first of all, I would like to have a few words with the organizer of the director of the prize. I would like immediately to introduce our very important presence this evening, the institutional presence of the General Counsel of Italy, Fabrizio Di Michele, here at the Italian Cultural Institute. Please.
Buonasera, thank you all. Sorry I came running, but I want really to be here and be here on time because it's quite a unique event. It's unprecedented that we are bringing to New York the Premio Mormone. It's not an international prize. This is an international event at a very high level, international event. So I want to congratulate, as of now, Ying Li, who's been the winner this year piano selection, and of course I want to congratulate la Società dei Concerti for having initiated this initiative and prize, and also, if I have understood correctly, so I was struck by the way you select the winners, which is not by usual selections or examination of essays in front of a jury, but literally going around Europe and looking for talents. I think this is probably the best way to get the best ones, and following them on where they actually work and practice and study. So we are very, very happy that this prize, which is young actually, has already this international dimension and has come to this side of the Atlantic, and I hope this can become a kind of institutional appointment every year. And what else can I say? I'm very happy about also this cooperation between the MFA and the Ministry of Culture, which is under whose auspices the prize has taken place together with the Lombardy region and the Milan municipality. But probably what is more important today is that we are bringing from Italy a Chinese pianist to New York. I think nothing is more international than music, and that's the confirmation. Thank you all really, and enjoy the evening. Grazie.
And really, this is the first edition of an international prize which take place every 4 years. So it's really a particular event. And I would like to have a few words with the organizer of the prize, who is herself a great pianist. We all knew her name. She is Enrica Ciccarelli. Please, thank you very much for bringing us this wonderful evening, Enrica.
Like this is better, probably. So thank you very much for this opportunity. First of all, I want to tell that, of course, you are right. There are many, many instrumental competition, music competition in the world. My idea started in 2019 was to create a new way, a totally new approach of music competitions. So basically, one of the most important things is that we take time to judge our contestants. So to be short in my speech, I have to say that after a first selection through video, because we accepted the application for the first edition from all over the world, and we got for the first edition of a prize more than 200 applications. So we took the responsibility with a small jury to find 10 semifinalists, and then we followed them for more than 1 year. I have to say more because we were in the middle of the pandemic. So we expected originally to have the final on 2020, but we have to postpone in 2021 for reasons that we all know. But we organized concerts for them So one of the most important things of this prize, which I continue to talk about prize, not competitions, is that we give opportunity to work for that semifinalist and giving them concerts. And the other thing very particular is that we send to each concert a juror. It could be a great pianist or an artistic director or general manager of orchestras. During the concert, they will listen the concert of the contestant in incognito. It means that the contestant doesn't know that there is maybe Rudolf Buchbinder or Beatrice Rana listening to his concert or her concert. Just at the very end, they took a picture together to prove that a juror was there, and then they sent to the competition, to the prize, their assessment. So finally, after 1 year of those selections, we choose 3. And those 3 finalists, for the first edition, they came to Milano. At that point, it's like a normal, let's say, competition. And they place concerts, a solo recital, chamber music, and then the final in Teatro alla Scala. And for the first edition, after all those long, long procedures, we got finally a wonderful winner that you will hear tonight, which is Ying Li, a Chinese pianist. Now she stays in New York. And this is her, and after, I want to say that we were right finding her as winner, because after a few months, she won also the YCA competition in New York, a young concert artist. So for us, it was a confirmation that we were right. And so she already played in Carnegie Hall. She made the debut in Concerthaus in Berlin. She did a lot of concerts, more than 30 concerts in 1 year in Europe, especially in Italy, of course. So we give her the opportunity and the visibility to start a new important career. She also recorded a CD for the label Decca, which is quite important. She got interviews and TV programs. So we are now working for her, try to give her the best opportunities for her career. And this special event tonight is because this is the preview of the second edition that will be dedicated to violin. And with the same way, the same selections. So tonight is the preview. You have, I think, a kind of short, how to say, statement about this. And so you will be the first to know about this, because anybody knows at the moment.
And I think that the Italian Cultural Institute will be one of the places where the musician will play and the incognito jurors are coming. It's wonderful. I think also the program we have this evening, the pianist herself will say just a few words before each piece, but I would like to stress the fact that here Italy is connected to the world, because the first Concerto Italiano was written by a musician who never was in Italy, Bach, and it is one of the most beautiful concerti italiani ever written. So this love for Italy, which goes beyond our boundaries, is crucial. And the last one, the last piece will be this transcription of Rigoletto written by another non-Italian musician like Liszt. Just a word, Enrica, before leaving the floor to the winner of the prize, about the name of the prize itself, Mormone. Can you say a few words?
Yes, Antonio Mormone, who actually was my husband, but this is important to me, not probably for others. But anyway, he was one of the most important talent scout in the world. He brought to Italy, but sometimes also to Europe for the first time, great artists such Evgeny Kissin. We played in Italy for him the first time anybody knows about him, and he was 17. So we are so close till now that Evgeny Kissin is our honorary president of the competition. You will see in the short video we will launch. And he discovered a lot of great artists, like for Italy, for instance, Beatrice Rana. She played for the first time in our series in Milano. She didn't win any competition at that moment. She was also 16. So I want to continue his work in the best way. But I have to say that as my husband didn't like competitions, that's why I try to find a new formula for the new approach for the prize. And that's why, as a pianist myself, I know that a musician can grow up and can find the best way of his personality to put on music when he or she has possibility to play, to perform with live performances. That's why we organize concerts for them, for the 10 semifinalists. And yes, you were right. I'm trying for the second edition to build bridges, not only from Italy and Europe, which is not simple but easier than doing bridges here, but also thanks to the consulate, to the Professor Finotti, the Italian Institute of Culture, we try to build bridges from North America and to bring an Italian idea, which is the Premio Mormone, which is totally new and innovative prize, to bring this idea to the US as well, and to share this initiative also among great musicians. I want to thank because there are some friends of mine like Golda Tatz, which is a wonderful pianist, Lucy Roberts, which is the Dean of Department of Strings at Manhattan School. No, am I right? Yes. No, because... and then Eva Lam, which is also a wonderful lady who helped musicians. And so we are trying to build bridges. And also with great other partner. Of course, we are supported by the Ministry of Culture, by the region, by the mayor of Milano, but also with the Dimora del Quartetto, with Comitato Amur, with a lot of institutions and associations for music all over the world. So that's my goal, and I hope you enjoy the idea, and of course you like, I'm sure. Anyway, you like the pianist.
Ying Li, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me well? Yes, I see nods. Thank you for being here tonight, and it's my great honor to be at this very nice building and very nice room with all the people that I appreciate so much to be in my life. Of course, I can't be more thankful for Enrica for putting this prize together in every way. And I still remember even the first application. Maybe she introduced the prize as how it started, how it works. But for me personally, as a young artist living in this era now, I remembered very well the first step where I sent in an application online. That was before all the rounds, before traveling everywhere. And it's been about 3 years of a journey. And as a musician, as a person, I've grown so much. But now presenting this prize here for all of you is something really meaningful, because this really has taken off my career like a rocket that I always dreamed from the beginning of this career 20 years ago. And the next piece we're going to hear, it's a love letter written by Robert Schumann. It's his Fantasy in C major. And Yes, Robert Schumann wrote this fantasy for Clara Schumann, which was the muse for both Brahms and Robert Schumann. And this piece was really written because Robert believed that he would lose Clara forever because Clara's father didn't approve their marriage at the time of the composition. So this is really the longest love letter you could imagine, telling someone, saying how much I love you, how much I need you in my life. And it's really a great work in 3 movements, starting from the first movement being so passionate and second movement being so noble. Just noble meaning like he's trying to show his noble side of the love, like showing him the chivalry and the being a knight to his girl. And the last movement is the constellation. It's really a dream that he was dreaming that they could have a life together in the most intimate way possible. And it's going to be a long journey. I hope you enjoy it. that was the what I call the longest love letter written. Yes, written by well, actually, it's called the Fantasy, written by Robert Schumann. And now, going back to Italian flavor, right? Flavor. We're now here with all these paintings. To end the program, it's we're gonna end it with the Liszt arrangement for the piano on Rigoletto, on this famous opera by Verdi. And it's only taken, of course, Liszt is not writing the entire 4 hours of the opera down. It's only the beautiful quartet in the middle of the entire opera. I grew up listening to Pavarotti's, not listening, I've never listened to him live, unfortunately, but I watched the videos of him singing in that wonderful quartet, and playing it on the piano makes me feel like someone beyond just one person. I always imagine when I'm playing an arrangement by orchestra or by ballet or by opera, I feel like I'm like maybe doubled or 100 times more than who I am as a pianist with just 10 fingers. I feel like I can have about 100 fingers. So this piece, you're not going to only hear the beautiful melody, but also you're going to really see and hear the incredible pianism of Liszt. So it's really a fusion between Verdi and Liszt, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Well, last little bit of just a little treat, I guess. Well, let's go back to Bach, very little bit.